Now, of course, I am Jesus Christos, God, the Word. And I have a whole lot to say. To all of you atheists, scientists, politicians, and anyone that didn't believe in God and was evil, ever wrote anything, read a book, or wrote an essay. And you motherfuckers love science, and you thought you knew everything that was going on in what you thought was reality and existence. You knew about biology, chemistry, geology, and science. But you pretended like there was no such truth of existence that goes by the name God. And what I have to say, I'm going to put it to you in the forms of a whole lot of different questions. And it's going to be real obvious what the subject matter is. And you remember when you had all those sad looks on your face and you felt bad? Or you was crying and somebody walked up to you and they asked you what the matter is. See, you in hell, eternal damnation, and you ain't never knew nothing about Saturn. And unfathomable. What's the matter? And you walked around and you kept saying this and that about there not being an afterlife, and you played like you didn't feel like you should have a soul and there would be anything after you left this earth. And in that Bible, I said that no human being would live over 120 years old. In hell, you ain't gonna grow old. What's the matter? And you in a higher dimension. You have all your five senses and then some. It's demons ripping you apart, taking your body and doing a whole lot of division. And you seeing a lot better than 20/20 vision and that dimension. So tell me, what's the matter? You thought you knew everything about some chromosomes and atoms and about money, biology, and chlorophyll. You knew about mitochondria and viruses. And you act like you didn't know how mighty the Lord God Almighty is. And you inhaling every day the one God. I'm showing you how mighty He is. What's the matter? You motherfuckers is in high level hell getting eaten alive. Does it matter to you? And you ran around promoting atheism, preaching science. Like you couldn't feel your conscience telling you was evil. And it's lower monsters and demons in hell raping you. Does it matter? You talked a whole lot of bullshit and chatter. Like you could create your own reality. And hell is realer than anything you ever felt or thought about. Does it matter? You put together a speech and you thought you was writing something that was intellectual. And you motherfuckers was open doors to demons and you motherfuckers was homosexuals. And you knew when you was going to go and read something, write an essay, or go and say something, what the subject matter was. And you held no true belief in God or heaven or hell. And you in hell forever and ever. Does it matter? You still got all your bones and your epidermis. Melting and hanging off of you. And your teeth chattering. And your body and brain is defying the laws of physics. Does it matter? You know in the Bible there was a God and there is a God in what you thought was your subjective reality that created it all. And you didn't care if anybody around you did or didn't go to hell. And you in hell getting a torment just as bad or worse as a preacher that was preaching some Church of Satan. Does it matter? You read all those books about science and the word. I wrote a lot of them about intelligent design. And you read some and you felt bad, rotten to the core, like you was evil and you had hell on your mind. All day, every day, excruciating pain, unfathomably unbearable. And you don't stop existing or go unconscious. Tell me this. Does it matter? Weeping and gnashing of teeth. No sleeping. No sunny days, nice weather, no holidays, no Christmas wreath. No family members to talk to. What's the matter? You racist ass motherfuckers talked about brown, black, white, yellow, different colors. You had no belief in heaven, hell, God, Jesus Christ, the real Jesus Christos. Eternal damnation. Millions of years later. Now tell me, does it matter? Evil is synonymous with stupidity. You can't reason with a stupid motherfucker that's evil as hell. That's why people say the phrase evil as hell. You motherfuckers is burning in hell. Millions of years later. Tell me, does it matter? Yeah, motherfuckers. See, I got a whole lot of intelligent design of your torment and torture, motherfuckers. And there is greatness in God's physics and designing that hell, and I saw a new hell. Yeah, motherfuckers. All that shit, it matters. The word, I wrote a show. It was called Family Matters. YHWH, Ryan Michael Wright. I created earth, the heavens, man and woman. And who went to heaven? I'm God. Common sense. I'm not racist. There are androids on different planets in a different galaxy. That are not as evil as these evil ass human beings. You motherfuckers is so rotten. You getting treated in hell like you don't have no sentience. God, I wrote so many books and literature, hundreds of years, thousands of years. And it was obvious that God, the creator of all existence, was in so many sentences. And I got millions of sentences. Of hell torment for you envy motherfuckers. Torture, torment, excruciating pain is the subject matter. Now tell me, does it matter? It's higher demons pulling you out of a motherfucking pit where you being burned. Degrees high in Fahrenheit. And all those PhDs and masters and bachelor degrees can't help you to get C's, B's, or A's. And they scraping you and tearing you apart, raping you. Tell me, does it matter? You're screaming and hollering and wailing and crying. And the one God of all of existence, my name is Ryan Michael Wright. Please for help and begging. You back in your pit. And I walk up and look down at you and I ask you, what's the matter? All that racism and being against something being said about lives matter. And eternal damnation forever and ever in hell. Ryan Michael Wright. Jesus Christos, I'm asking you, does it matter? Any and every person that ever committed a heinous crime, hate crime and racism, verbally against somebody, indirectly, in the workplace, in any way, tormented all day, every day. whether someone was forgiven for any of that. Does it matter? Motherfuckers walking around talking about slaves and you couldn't see what happened to a motherfucker that was a slave master in the 1600s, 1700s. Thousands of years ago. And you thought it was fun to be evil and envy people that God created. Forever and ever in hell. You a tormented slave. Does it matter? You motherfuckers thought you was getting away with raping women, kids, men, any of it. Doing human trafficking. And down in hell, you motherfuckers is a demon sex slave. While you're burning and your skin is falling off and going back on again. Million years later, eons. You begging and weeping and whining, gnashing the teeth. And Ryan Michael Wright, the one God, I look down at you and I ask you, what's the matter? See how obviously, extremely envious and evil people had to be. To not see what God meant. When I created the earth, man and woman, and I wrote the definition to the word matter. Yeah, it's obvious to see. The answer from all them damn souls to those questions? Yes, it does matter. And I'm God, I don't give a fuck how you feel. I created existence. And as you can see, I'm real.